And let the motorcycles begin. Rev it up, BB.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
To Hot and Bothered. We are once again recording over the sound of many, many vehicles running around on my street, and they're so fucking annoying.
We should become Harley Davidson people.
I would actually not want to be that at all.
I want to be like a big man with a big gray beard
No, you
and
don't
a
want
pot
that.
belly.
No, you
We're
don't
dressed
want that.
like it.
We fit the bill, of
We
course.
do.
But remember when I tried to have like my Silver Girl era and I was like,
I kind of discouraged you from that.
you hated it. You hated it.
It was giving too TikTok-y.
No, yeah, it probably kind of was. But you know what? Gold just compliments me better. And therefore, like, you can't be like a Harley Davidson girl and like not wear silver. And it just like wouldn't work for me, you know?
Okay, well, I guess we're shooting that dream down.
Yeah, we are.
Immediately.
Stunning. Okay, anyway, once again, hi guys. Welcome back to Hot and Bothered. I am Cedar Champ.
And I'm Chris Bruno.
And on this podcast, we talk about everything that we find hot as fuck.
And everything that bothers the absolute shit out of us.
You know what isn't hot?
Me. What?
Also me. The fact that we just like literally wasted like 2 hours of our time trying to
We're tech wizards. We're hot. We're tech wizards. We own a camera store and we know everything about.
You heard it in the episode Delete the
called?
Thread. We are Bill Gates.
We're Bill Gates.
We are Bill Gates. We are tech geniuses.
We are software engineers.
We've got it down, babe.
We built a camera.
We literally structured our own camera.
Mm-hmm.
We're so good. So yeah, anyway, we're starting this episode with that energy and we're just going to keep rolling through because you know what? You know what we're doing and have been doing and are going to continue doing through 2024 is fucking roll with the punches and just keep it moving because what choice do we have?
We don't have a choice.
There's no choice.
We don't have a choice.
So anyway, on that note,
okay, that was a
on
mouthful.
this podcast, we talk about, did I do that part already?
We did, babe.
We have no credentials, minimal life experience. Don't take our advice on anything. If there's one thing you should take away from this podcast is that
do the complete polar opposite of what we do.
We are not successful in any
in any department
of
of life, relationships, wealth.
None of it. I don't even know what other areas
we're successful
there
in
are.
making fools of ourselves.
And we love to do that.
And why not?
And we do
what else
such
do we
a
have
good
to live
job
for?
of it. Honestly, like if you read through the comments of our social media posts on the internet, it's very clear that we do a very good job of making fools of ourselves.
And it's all the fucking people on YouTube.
It's all the people
like,
on YouTube.
Who is on YouTube?
You know what we've been getting we've been getting so many comments lately on our voices. Like people didn't comment on it before except for like friends every once in a while. But like lately I've been getting all these fucking trolls on the internet talking shit about our voices.
Like I would rather kill myself.
Like the vocal fry, blah, 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 blah. And like people like, especially me, people hate my fucking voice. And it's made me wonder and I've like started to question and I asked like my friends at work yesterday. I was like, am I the type of person like where I walk away and people say behind my back like, God, that bitch's voice is so fucking annoying. Like I can't stand to listen to her
They're all
talk.
like, no, Cedar, of course not. What are you talking about? You walk away. They're like, fucking
They're like,
that
I wish she would shut the fuck up. So anyway, if people actually like, if I am that person, I don't know if I would rather know or not know. I don't know if, I mean, I don't care. It's not like I'm going to change my voice just for the fuck of it. But like,
I think you probably are that person.
I probably am that person.
Like if you're questioning it, I'm like, you probably are that person.
You know what? You're so right. You're so right.
But I love a monotone vocal fry.
I do too.
It's soothing to me.
Also, I just have no idea where my voice came from. And I've been getting that question a lot lately too. Like, what accent is that? And I'm like, I don't.
What accent is that?
Yeah. What accent is that? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Okay, like I've lived everywhere. As we know, I can list them all.
You don't have an accent.
I don't have a Minnesotan accent. I don't have an Arizona accent. I don't talk like a New
Arizona
Yorker.
Accent?
I don't talk like a New Jerseyan or what do you call a New Jersey person?
An East Coast person?
I don't talk like someone from Colorado. I don't talk like, maybe I do talk a little bit like somebody from California, but I've always talked like that. So I just don't really know what else I'm supposed to
Well, it's
do.
quite frankly, it's none of their business. And you
And
should
it's,
say,
you know whose
where is
business
your
it isn't?
who?
Mine. It's none of my fucking business
Absolutely
either.
not.
Slay.
Okay, let's talk about some bullshit.
Let's talk about some bullshit. What do we have to talk about? Chris, are you hot or are you bothered this week?
You know, kind of going off of what we talked about last week, if anyone even listened to that train wreck
Shit show
of
of
an
an
episode,
episode.
I'm hot this week because I'm throwing any type of fuck, what is the word? Um fuck, what is the word?
Expectation. Hope.
Hope, expectation, like any type of like construct that I have with my life, it's out the window. Like
Gorge.
the beginning of this year, I have been such a basket case. I've been the laziest I've ever been. I have been just feeling like I'm dying in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna fucking ride it out and I'm gonna own it and I'm gonna lean into it. I'm leaning into it. I'm a very like strict, timely, like I'm always running around with my head chopped off doing a million things. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very like everything has to be in order and like I have not been living my life like that since
Mm-hmm.
literally before Christmas and I'm just rolling into it. And
Does that
I'm
feel kind of liberating though?
it kind of does. Like I don't really have a choice but
Mm-hmm.
to think it is liberating. Like even with relationships
Mm-hmm.
with men, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I have zero expectations. I'm just gonna be as toxic as possible
Gorgeous.
and not care about anything
Mm-hmm.
and not abide by my old rules. And like, I'm not going to the gym. I'm like, I'm dressed like I'm going to the gym because I was gonna convince myself that I was gonna go at some point today, but it's not happening.
Definitely not
Like,
happening.
I'm just a woman of leisure
Good.
and I don't need to do anything and I don't care. I'm not gonna, I'm crazy.
I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I have a way of like when things start to go wrong in my life, I literally
Mm-hmm.
throw my hands up in the air.
That's
I'm
literally what I'm
like, let
doing.
go and let God, except for like not God, but whatever else there is. And I'm just like, you know what? When things start to fall apart, I just let everything fall apart and I just lean into it. And I'm like, if we're doing it, let's fucking do it,
Yeah,
babe.
there's not like one or even two things that are like specifically falling apart that are like life or death or that drastic to make me feel this way, but I'm just going with the flow. I don't
Good.
care. I'm like
Good.
I have no judgment on well I do on anyone or anything and I'm like not even on myself. I'm like I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to like think about if I should send this message, if I should not send this message. I'm like I don't care if I look crazy. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to
Look
be
crazy,
me.
be
I'm going to be
crazy,
me,
be
baby.
chaotic,
I
be
don't care.
messy.
That's what I'm going to
Gorgeous.
be doing. I'm going to be chaotic. I'm going to be messy. That's why I'm hot because I have no other choice. I am completely out of control. I have no
Gorge.
self-control. Um and it's hot. It's fucking hot
That is fucking
and it
hot.
feels good.
That is
And
fucking
I
hot.
don't I feel relieved.
Okay, well, I want to talk about we promised everybody once upon a time, many, many moons ago, rolling into 2024. We were thinking about resolutions, we didn't necessarily have any, and we've come up with a few.
We've come up with a few.
And you guys aren't going to like them. They're not going to be inspiring. They're not going to be motivating. You're not going to want to take a page out of our book. But we have decided we're going to share our resolutions with you. And that's what we're going to do. So, drum roll, please. I'm going to let Chris go first because I don't even really know if I have any,
I
like I
mean, my
said.
resolution is kind of what I just talked about. Like I'm not going to give a fuck about anything. I'm going to have zero expectations for anything.
Stunning.
I'm just going to be crazy. I want to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really gonna light my life on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I have been a victim recently, as we have talked about before. I've been a victim of being ghosted.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually am loving that journey for me. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
a desperate fucking loser.
Gorge.
It's not something that really happens to me often, but it's happening more often than not as of late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what the source is. Like, do I
Mm-hmm.
have something in my teeth? Like, what's going on? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Okay, side note. You know what people have been telling me a lot lately?
What?
these guys that I've been hanging out with, they're like, oh my God, you're so much better looking in person.
I've
And
been
I'm
told
like,
that
what
before
the
too.
fuck does that mean?
No.
Like,
Oh
is that a
my God.
compliment? Like, I kind of take it as a compliment, but everyone I ask are like, that's not a compliment. And I'm like, okay, I would rather look better in fucking person, you idiot, than
I 1000%
like I don't know
agree.
how to take pictures of myself. I don't know how to
Hmm.
like post on social media. I don't know how to like I feel like everyone has a different perception of how they like to look
Yeah.
in a photo.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that I look in a photo doesn't actually look like what I look like because I like only one
Hmm.
angle where my nose looks really good. You
Same.
can see my not most recent photo, but the photo before that, my nose looks so snatched.
Everybody go to
But
Chris's
I
Instagram.
literally have a beak in person.
He doesn't.
But
He's
everyone's like, "Oh my God,"
deranged.
everyone, because there's so many fucking people telling
So
me
many
that a day.
people.
But like the past like 3 guys that I've talked to or hung out with, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so much more handsome in person." Also, everyone thinks I'm 5'8".
Really? People think you're
People
short?
think I'm literally 5'8". They're like, "Oh my God, why are you so tall?" I'm like, "I beg your pardon?"
I have been told for a really long time also that I look better in person. And I'm like, okay, I get it. My Instagram isn't the most fucking slight thing on the face of the earth, but like, I get it. But I'm also kind of like you said, I would so much rather look better in person than on Instagram. I would like to look the same on both in both
Hmm.
scenarios, but I also would not want to be the type of person where people see me in real life and they're like, oh my God, she looks better on
Yeah,
Instagram.
like that is the worst because we come across that living in Los Angeles multiple times a
All
day.
the time. But
Yeah,
then also, that's why literally my Instagram bio is even better IRL because I'm like, people
that's
tell me
cute.
that all the
Yeah.
time. Like, people are like, oh my God, like you are so much more attractive in person. And I'm like, okay, slay. I've never taken it as an insult because I'm like, I get it.
I
Like, I'm
didn't
not
really think
like,
it was an insult. I just thought it was kind of like a hot take. And then like
yeah.
multiple people started telling me that. And then
Mm-hmm.
everyone that I've talked to is like, that's so fucked up. That's rude. And I'm like,
Honestly,
no. I'm like,
whatever.
I'm standing there in the flesh and they want to fuck me even more. Are you, why is that an
I'll
insult?
take it. Like, I
Yeah.
will take it.
Yeah.
I feel that way about a lot of men, honestly, too. Like, most straight men. Like, I will match with somebody on a dating app and I'm like, okay, he's kind of cute. And then when I see him in real life and we're interacting, then I'm like, oh, wait, this man is so much hotter than I thought.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's standard, but obviously, like, for straight men, because they don't really know how to, like, do things.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we did not finish our resolutions.
I know, but that was a fun little hot take sidebar.
No, it was good. It was good and something that needs to be discussed.
Mm-hmm. I love when that
Everybody tell us that
happens.
everyone tell us that we're prettier in person.
Thank
Please send us a
you.
message. Finish your resolutions list.
I'm gonna be crazy. I don't know. Going off of that, again, just having zero expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I mean, I already talked
mamas.
about all of this. Like, I don't give
Okay.
a fuck. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna like triple text guys. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, are you coming over or not, bitch? I don't give
Mm-hmm.
a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up. What are we doing? I also, okay, never mind. I'm getting like way too ADD right now, so I don't know if I should talk about it.
Okay, Gorge. How has 2024 been going for you so far? Are you having a fun
Hello,
time?
haven't I just been talking about that
I
for the
mean, no, no,
past
no,
10
no.
minutes?
You're just saying that you're insane, but like, is the year going well or not really? Is that why you're insane? Is because the year is not going
The
well?
year, like for me, actually, I think that we've also talked about this. Like the beginning of the year starts like February 1st. Like
Yeah,
January
it's
is
not real.
January doesn't exist.
January is La La Land. January is romanticizing. January is rainbows and
But
butterflies.
also January is very like people are either like boom 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 like it's the start of the new year, I'm going to do dry January, like I'm going to get my shit in order, or it's people like me who are literally like so fucking burnt out and like retarded that
Mm-hmm.
they're like I can't function. I can't like even wipe my own ass. Like I don't
So
know what's
true.
going on. Like there's two types of January people
Yeah.
and I feel like I kind of flip-flop,
Yeah.
but right now I'm like but regardless, either way January doesn't exist. Like I'm just
January is not a real
like
month.
I'm thinking of like all these things that I have to do like later in the year and I'm like I don't want to like things that a normal person would look forward to like traveling and this and that and like whatever and I'm like I can't do that. I can't think about that. That
Yeah.
doesn't exist in my life.
Yeah.
Come February 1st, we will figure it out.
Right. We're in January, we're dealing what is directly in front of us and nothing
Yeah.
more.
And it feels good.
I feel the same way. I am the second type of January person where I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
January is as soon as I can put January behind me, I am ready to. I've probably talked about this before. I'm like, I suffer severely from seasonal depression.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
even
another
moving to
thing.
Los Angeles, it's so much better. But I'm still like, any day that it's cloudy, I'm like, I'm jumping.
But it's like I feel like 2 times worse in LA because it's like if it's cold in LA, we're 2 times depressed because it's like we don't anticipate it, we're not
We're not
used
ready
to it,
for
and it's
it.
not the rules of living here. So
Exactly.
it's like I'm double suicidal than
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
someone who lives in like wherever else
Yeah.
in the world that I don't know has seasons.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like one cloudy day and I'm done for.
Absolutely kill myself.
Yeah, my resolutions this year, I actually have some good resolutions and they're like kind of legitimate resolutions. First being I have made the executive decision that I am going to make an active effort to only date people in my city. And if you know me, you know that I have a very horrible and long, extensive history of dating long distance. Like every single one of my serious relationships has been long distance, and that is so not good for me. It is so detrimental to my well being. It is, and that's probably the reason I do it. It's probably like some
Mm-hmm.
sort of weird form of self sabotage. So, first resolution is to, I'm getting disgusted with myself right now because I just realized the resolutions I've set are around dating, which I don't even want to be doing. But anyway, the first resolution is to only date people in my city. Second resolution is I am going to attempt to date men that are slightly more age appropriate,
Mm-hmm.
which is huge for me because we all know I love a
A 40 plus,
yeah.
a 40 pluser.
I'm dating in the 40s range, somewhere in there, and let's be completely fucking honest, girls. I've not had very good luck with that. I just had a bad experience
Can I say
with
something? Can I
somebody
ask you a question?
in their 40s, and
No.
that's the tipping point for me. I'm going to try and date like a 35-year-old next. That's my goal. What's your question?
I don't I don't have experience with dating people in their 40s as much
Mhm.
as you and
Mhm.
nor straight men, but I feel like dating a man in their 20s or late 20s, I feel like a guy dating in their 40s, like a single guy dating in their 40s is the same thing if not worse than a guy in their 20s because they're kind of like, oh, like I want to be young, I still have that mindset, but I'm 40.
Yeah.
So maybe dating someone like in their 30s is kind of an appropriate little bracket of
Uh-huh.
someone who's, not having some weird midlife crisis and thinks that they're like younger than they are, like
For sure.
dressing younger, like because when you're that age, you like don't have a grip, a grasp. You don't have a grasp on like what's cool, but like you want to be cool. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
talking too much
No, 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 no,
today.
no. That's so accurate. And it's also so fucking hilarious. The men in their 40s, like you said, they want to be cool and they're just not cool. And they
Mm-hmm.
also don't know how to dress. And then they're old enough to the point where they're like loyal to one brand of clothing. And so, like, they think that they're dressing cool because it's like an elevated, like, mid to beginners tier of
Mm-hmm.
luxury clothing, but it's not cool. It's like old man
It's
cool.
like a Vince V-neck that's like blown out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you know what it is? And every single guy I've dated for like the past like year and a half that is in their 40s, they all wear James Purse. Every
Mm.
t-shirt in their closet is James Purse.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I have many of them in my sleep shirt drawer now
Yeah.
because
You're like, I
they're
have a
good fucking
collection.
t-shirts, but they all have like this like one singular sense of style and I'm like, "Okay, you guys need to like get it together." But also, I don't know, it's kind of a toss up because I did date one guy in the past year or two that was in his 30s, 35, and he was an awful person. And we all know who that was. None other than Spit in My Mouth Man.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I'm like, I don't really know. I don't know if there's really any way to win, but I am going to just test this theory and I am going to try and date men that are in like mid to late 30s, I think. Not quite 40, but not early 30s.
Kind of in their prime and like ready
Yeah,
to settle down, but like,
but also kind of still young enough that they think that they're just going with the flow because that's kind of what
like
I'm
they're
looking
not
for.
trying. as hard as someone in their 40s.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they're still a little in touch with reality.
Mm-hmm.
They're still a little in touch with what's cool and what's not, but not too much where it's annoying. So anyway, that would be my second New Year's resolution. And then I'm on the same page as you. My third New Year's resolution is to just not give a fuck. My life right now is such a fucking shit show. I'm not even exaggerating. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea how to figure out what's going on. And I've just decided to not fucking care.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only option. There's no other way to do it. So,
Yeah.
are we hot or are we bothered?
I am.
Hot.
I think I'm going to choose to be hot.
Good.
And this is a topic I can be bothered about, but I am going to choose to be hot. So, in line with the fact that 2024 so far has been an absolute fucking shit show
How
for
many days
me
into it are we?
for like a number of
2 weeks.
reasons. I think it is today. I have no fucking idea,
Me
but
either. It doesn't matter.
we're like 2 weeks in, maybe. I don't know. 2024 has been off to a brutal fucking start for me. It's just one thing after another. The punches keep coming. For example, in addition to me just deciding to give up, I've been dealing with this headache with my vehicle. One issue after another. Had to get all new tires. I came home from a vacation that I just took, which was, I can't even put into words how unfortunate this vacation was for me. I went on a vacation with a man and I have no intention on ever speaking to him again. And then I come home, I fully have a flat tire, like couldn't even drive my car through the In-N-Out drive-through because it was like fully flat. Had to buy all new tires for my car. And then what do you know? They're putting my new tires on and they're like, girl, your brake pads.
Well, you bought the wrong tires that you now have to return to Amazon.
and
Let's
I
throw
wasn't
that in there.
and I wasn't even the one that bought them. And why would you buy tires on Amazon? I have
That
no
is
idea.
weird.
This man ordered the tires for me, ordered them off Amazon, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They're the wrong tires. So now I have to be responsible for returning these tires. And I'm like, how? I don't know. So that's one thing. And then my brake pads are shot. Have to get new brake pads. That's another $500, babe. This visit to Miss Firestone is putting me deep, deep, deep in credit card debt. So I'm like, that's so slay. And I don't even like this car that much. And I'm like, this is great. I'm just putting so much money into this car. So I have just decided, hands up in the air, I'm giving up. I don't care. I was like texting my family and I was like, what do brake pads do? And they were like,
They stopped the
they
vehicle
stop your
from
car.
moving.
And I was like, cool, I need to get new brake pads. And my mom was like, well, how much are they going to cost? And I told her, and she's like, okay, well, let's see if we can find you another mechanic to do it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I don't care. I don't care. They could charge me $5,000 and I would say, I'm done. I don't care. Here's my fucking credit card. I'm not caring. I'm
Do
not going to
it.
pay that credit card bill. And I just do not fucking care. I'm giving up. I'm not trying any harder than I have to. So that's where I'm at. And with that being said, that was actually kind of off topic for my topic. Sorry to go on that rant.
Just a little backstory.
Will I shut the fuck up? I don't know. I took my Adderall this morning.
I know,
so
me too. We're about
literally us. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. And then circling back to the vacation that I just went on, I was just away for 9 days. And it had potential to be like the most incredible vacation. I was on a beach somewhere that was very warm and got a little bit of a tan. I got some natural highlights in my hair. All around had so much potential, but ended up not being a very great trip, primarily due to the company that I was with. So there were a few Kodak moments on the trip. There were a few sweet pictures taken of me that I would be more than happy to share on social media. However, this brought me to the question of...
Wait, is this why you're hot or bothered?
This is exactly why I'm hot or bothered. And I'm
Okay.
hot because of
Okay.
this.
Okay.
I think I'm hot because of this. I actually don't know what I am. And you know what? Guess what? I don't care.
That's right.
Okay. So
God, we are neurotic today.
we're insane.
We're completely out of our minds.
So when you go and do something fun that's like social media post worthy with somebody that you're casually dating, it's like, are we tagging each other?
Mm-hmm.
Are we making it known that we're on this trip together? Are we posting each other?
Are we public?
Are we public?
You know?
And it's also like, if we're dating so casually, do we care if we're public? Because it's so casual. So it's
Yeah.
like, if people see that I'm with you, do we fucking care? Because it's so casual. So I'm hot this week because I actually didn't get the opportunity to get that answer figured out while I was on this trip. And so anyway, there were a few moments where each of us made a little Instagram story, made a little social media appearance, and we thankfully it was an unspoken mutual agreement that we were not going to tag each other, which I respect and appreciate and love. So with that said, throughout the remainder of the vacation, things just got progressively less enjoyable. If you are my friend on Snapchat, you probably saw my 1 hour long Snapchat story explaining as to why
You should
the
have done a Patreon of that.
circumstances. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Maybe I probably still can.
That's good.
Um, Unforeseen circumstances, and anyway, I don't know. So I left the trip early because it was just not good. It was not good. As I've mentioned, 2024 baby, she's doing her thing. She is doing her thing. So anyway, I have a few cute little pictures, a few cute little videos of me. None that are like incredible and like absolutely have to go up on my social media, but I also rarely ever post on my social media. And so I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
when I get an opportunity to, I like to enjoy that. And now I'm hot because of I have to make the decision as to the fact that me and this man are not going to speak again. And how does that look for me and for the people that know me if I'm posting pictures from
It's
my
like, what do you caption
vacation
that?
as if I'm having a great
Yeah.
time when I absolutely was not having a great time? And I actually do subscribe to like, I do make an honest attempt to not be fake on social media. And so when my life is like messy and falling apart, I don't sugarcoat that. Like when I quit my job and went through a breakup and did all of those things in 2023, I was very loud and proud about that on my social media because I'm like, you know what? I'm hot. Here's a picture of me, but also my life is a shit show,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
Wait, so I guess in summary I can say I'm hot because I like to be messy on social media. And so anyway, I'm deciding as to whether or not I'm going to post any of this content from my trip, and I think that I've come to the conclusion that if I do, it's going to be a messy caption. Like I'm going to post a video of me like being cute, walking on the beach and
Something
smiling,
satirical.
and the caption is literally going to be like
I want to kill
me
myself.
smiling on the beach while on the worst vacation of my life.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And here's to 2024 and being messy on social media and just being honest on
Yeah.
social media. Be hot on social media. Use your Facetune, use your Photoshop, do what you need to do to make that picture look good. But you know what we're doing? In the captions, we're being brutally fucking honest.
I like that.
And if you're having a
I
great
wish I had a
time,
picture to post so I could, like, I feel inspired right now.
I think we could find one for you. I think we could do
Okay,
that.
but I'm going to need to Facetune before we do that.
Okay, perfect. Love it. So, yeah, if you're having a great time, have a great time and post that picture and post that cheesy caption about how great of a time you're having. But if you're having a bad time and you get that shot and you say, "Bitch, this is the one. This is the picture, but
Mm-hmm.
my life is in shambles."
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
I have a question for you.
Ask your question.
Do you Facetune?
I used to. I've always been like I've always tried to keep it light in terms of
Facetune?
the
The tuning?
the tuning when I used to. But then over probably like the past like 2 years, I don't anymore because I've taken an I don't give a fuck approach to social
Mm-hmm.
media. And so I'm just like, if it's a bad picture of me, I'm just not fucking posting it. But if
Yeah.
it's a good picture of me and you can see like a tiny little blemish, what fuck do I give?
Okay, that's like, I wasn't talking about like face tuning, like, okay, snatching your fucking pussy.
For sure.
I was talking about like I'm the kind of face tuner where I'm like, I always have something going on with my skin. So I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
will fix that. I will
Blur
fix
that
that. Like,
pimple,
I will
whiten
obviously.
those teeth maybe a little
I have to like
bit.
whiten my jaundice eyes
Of course, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, we all do.
But like, I'm not over there like making my
You're
fucking.
not giving yourself a BBL on
Exactly. Yeah.
Facetune.
I'm just like,
Yeah,
and then sometimes I do a little
a little
like
tweaky
fix the
tweak.
color of the
Yeah.
entire image. But
Sometimes you do need a little color adjustment.
yeah.
I think in the past like 2 years, I think my extent of any face tuning that I've done was like I went through a period where I was dating a plastic surgeon and I didn't get any Botox done because I was hoping he would do it for me for free. And so I just let my Botox wear off. And I'm like, my forehead wrinkles are so fucking annoying, but it's
Mine are
like
so bad lately.
they're even worse when I'm wearing makeup because like your makeup sets into the wrinkles, which is like my worst nightmare. And there was one picture specifically that you took of me where the wrinkles on my forehead were like just out of
Black
this
lines.
fucking world, like literally set so deep, like deeper than my literal ass crack. Like they were so deep. And I was like, absolutely the fuck not. And I think maybe I edited those out. But as far as like a little Facetune moment, it's not necessarily my style. But I also like if a girl wants to get her Facetune on,
No
what fuck
judgment.
do I
Who
give?
cares?
What fuck do I give? And I know everyone's on this like social media wave of like, we need to be real and show people what we really look like and whatever. And but those are also the same people that are so susceptible to romanticizing other people on social media
Yeah.
and like feeling bad about themselves when they scroll.
I also feel like the general like current aesthetic of people's Instagrams is more chaotic and more real.
And I
Like
love that. That's
within like the
totally a Gen
past
Z
year.
thing
Yeah, like
too.
they're like doing the carousels where it's like
Hmm.
random pictures of random shit.
And the shit's blurry and messy
Yeah,
and
and it's like that's like the vibe now. Like the vibe used to be like picture perfect,
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
airbrushed, and now it's like no, it's like chaos. We're not gonna edit a goddamn thing.
And I actually like really love that.
Yeah,
And
I
I
have
think
nothing
we should
against it.
all, I think I've said this before, but I think we should all make an active effort to give a fuck less about what we're posting on social media and just post. Because, like, if you think about it, I mean, unless you have 47,000 followers, which none of us do, then, like, why do you no, literally nobody. And I know that you think that, like, people care, but like they don't. And I say this to you all the time. I always tell you, I'm like, you need to post more on your Instagram.
I know I don't
Post
post
everything.
anything.
Post every picture you've ever taken in your life. I don't care if it's of the shit you took this morning. Post it. I don't care. And I actually should be doing that too because I haven't posted in a long time. But like, no one actually cares what we're posting. Like literally, no one fucking
I
cares.
just feel like I'm like if I were to like my life is just not interesting.
Same.
Like I'm like what okay, what am I going to post?
There's like so many pictures that you've taken that you've sent me, and I'm like, that is the cutest picture of you I've ever seen. You need to post it on social media now. And then you like
Really?
don't post it. We have this conversation at least once a week.
I want to go through those.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Sly.
So yeah, anyway, I guess that actually wasn't the direction I was going to take with this conversation, but in summary, I'm hot this week because um I'm hot because we're not caring what we're posting on social media and because we're being brutally fucking honest and unhinged on our social media. And that's my mission. That's kind of my 2024 goals in addition to the dating goals that I outlined, which like why are my goals dating goals when I don't even need to be dating? You know what I need to be doing?
Looking for a job.
Looking for a fucking job.
Mhm. You know what I was thinking about actually the other day? I was like the beginning of this year has been such like a lackluster clusterfuck that I'm
Hmm.
just like we're off to such a rocky start that I feel like it's really like it's only gonna get better from here.
Like there's no
like
way it
like
can get
there's no
worse.
way that it's gonna like
I'm
knock on
I must
fucking wood.
immediately knock
Yeah,
on wood.
please. Like I don't feel like it's possible for this year. Like if a year starts off good, then it's gonna end shitty. But if it
For
starts off shitty,
sure.
it's gonna end on a high note. So I'm just kind of convincing myself that. Um yeah. I also think I like did my manifestations like at the end of last year. So, and I forgot what they all were, but it's just like subconsciously in my mind. So we'll see where it goes.
Obsessed.
You know,
Yeah. Gorge.
it is what it is.
I want everybody else to let us know if their 2024 is also off to a rough start because
I
I'm
feel like it
like,
just doesn't exist.
no,
Like it
it's
just
not
doesn't
real.
exist.
It's
Like
not
everyone's
real.
just kind of like
You know
What's
what?
going
You
on?
know what the worst part was? The worst part was waking up on like January 1st, January
To an
2nd.
earthquake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but also realizing because you're like, oh, like next year, next year, next year, you talk about it. And even if you aren't the type of person that's like, you don't fall into the trap of new year, new me, like whatever, like we still all are talking about, oh, yeah,
I mean,
next
yeah, like a
year.
few episodes back, I was like, I love having something to encourage me and to like, give me some sort of motivation. Here I am 2 weeks later being
Yeah.
like, I have not made my bed
Yeah.
since I left to go home for Christmas. Like I have
Absolutely.
not made my bed. I don't, my apartment looks like a hoarder lives there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I an inch of dust on everything. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
zero fucks.
No, but what I was going to say was the worst fucking part is waking up on January 1st, January 2nd, January
And
3rd,
just being
whatever fucking day,
disappointed.
and just realizing all of the same things that were happening in December of 2023 are still actively part of my life now in January of 2024. And just because that calendar date changed, babe, doesn't
Doesn't
mean
mean
my
anything
shitty
else
fucking
did.
life has. Like, it's a it's a rude
I
awakening.
just also haven't even had time to like, well, I have had a lot of time because I haven't been doing much at all. So I don't know why I said that. That was a lie. Um, I just
Chris
have
is a
not
compulsive liar, and we
like
know that.
even had a second to be optimistic about something or to like, I'm just waiting for February.
Me too. Me too. I think, but you know what also happens in February, which I'm actually terrified for?
What? Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, babe.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, babe. Yeah, and I'm just gonna ignore that. That doesn't exist this year.
Like Valentine's Day is ghetto.
Valentine's Day is so fucking
Like go to
ghetto.
Ralph's and get like your little heart-shaped box of shit chocolates. Like I don't want to know.
I don't ever want to have a Valentine's again. I don't ever want to celebrate Valentine's Day again. I don't ever want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So February is going to be good after Valentine's Day, and then the rest of the year is just going to get better. You want to know what I'm pissed about, though?
Hmm.
I was saying this to my sister the other day, talking about how my vacation was a disaster. 2024 has been a shit show. My life is up in
God, we
flames.
sound so depressed. I'm sorry. You
No,
guys
but we're
can.
not. Like, listen to our voice.
Yeah.
Like, we're like peppy.
We don't
We're hanging on by a
care. We don't
thread.
care.
No, so what I was saying, what I'm pissed about is like everything is so ugly and messy. And I'm like, the TikTok astrologers, they did not warn me about this. They didn't tell me this was
That's
coming.
true. We should sue TikTok.
You know what? The astrologers didn't tell me that I was going to need new brake pads. They didn't tell me I was going to have to replace my tires. They didn't tell me that I was going to have a negative experience with a man that makes me never want to speak to another man again in my life. They didn't tell me any of this was happening. And because of that, I'm suing.
There's 12 months in a year, right? Like, we have so much time to turn this around, Cedar.
I love your optimism, babe. Like it's actually beautiful and
Like, what the
incredible.
fuck is going to happen this year?
No, I'm not that mad about it. I don't care. Like I've said, guess what? I don't fucking
We
care.
don't care.
Guys, it's January and no one ever said January is fun. Like no one ever said that. No one ever said that.
Should we do dry January?
Halfway through the month, start dry January. You know
You
what
guys,
I
I have not worked out in
Me
three
either.
weeks.
Me either.
3 weeks.
You know what I don't want to be
I
in
have a
January?
fupa. What?
Sober. I don't want it. Why
I
would
haven't been
with
able to
all of
get
this
drunk lately.
with all of this chaos going on, why would I want to be sober in
I
January?
haven't been able to get drunk lately, and it's sad.
So you might as well be doing dry January.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, are we getting bad at podcasting?
No, we're so good. We don't fucking care.
You know what? Guess what?
We don't care.
That should be our intro song.
Yeah, we
That
don't
should have been
care.
the name of this fucking podcast. Girls,
Boys.
there's no boys that listen to this.
That's true.
I had a pregnancy scare. So I promised Chris before we started recording I wasn't going to talk too much about the vacation that I went on. But here's the thing. Okay, so I went on a vacation. And so this person I went on this vacation with is like the type of person where they're like a normal eater, right? Like could potentially have a healthy relationship with food and doesn't eat for comfort really. And like a normal
Like, doesn't think
person.
about food 24/7.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right? right? And
Don't know
so
anyone like that.
no. And dating somebody like that is actually my least favorite thing on the face of this fucking earth, because if there's one thing being in a relationship is for, it's to enjoy food with another person. So I was with this person for many, many days in a row and just came to this realization that, like, I don't really want to date somebody if we're not ordering 6 appetizers and sharing every single one of them. We're ordering 3 entrees and sharing them, and then we're getting 3 different
We need to
desserts.
binge.
If we're going out to eat together, you need to be enjoying and indulging in the food just as much as I am. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And
It's
so, like,
uncomfortable.
it's uncomfortable. And then also, it's like, I see like 6 things on the menu and I'm like, fuck, I want to order these. And they're like, oh no, like, we're going to be so full. Like, 1 appetizer is enough. And I'm like, hey, first of all, you're a fucking loser.
Second of all, you're poor.
That's a pet peeve of mine. And then also, I've come to learn this about myself recently. One of my biggest fucking pet peeves on the face of the earth is when you order something to share with other people and somebody eats the best parts of the shared food. So, for example, say you order Parmesan truffle fries and the person you're sharing with, like, literally before the food has even been set down on the table, they are digging their fat, fucking grubby hands into the Parmesan truffle fries and taking the fries
And
directly
leaving you
off the
with
top,
the dry ones
the
underneath
dry ones on the bottom that don't have enough truffle oil on them, that have no
that taste
Parmesan,
like
that have no
potato.
parsley. When you're sharing food
Like,
with
have some
somebody,
etiquette.
have some etiquette. Have some etiquette. And it makes me reflect on one of my previous relationships. My ex-boyfriend was just as big of a foodie as I am, which could be good, but also could be bad, because I'm like, am I going to get morbidly obese? I don't really know. But also, it's so fun to like share and enjoy food with somebody. And we both practiced food sharing etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we would take like the best parts of the food, make the best bite that you can make. Like, if you're eating a fucking chocolate souffle with chocolate sauce, you're taking the souffle and then you're
You're
getting all
making
the
like a
chocolate sauce.
prime fucking bite.
You're making this bite and then you're not eating it.
And you're
And
giving
you're
it to
giving
them.
it to the person that you're
That is
with.
love.
And that's love, and that is food etiquette. And I have just come to decide that one of my biggest pet peeves on the face of this earth, and the only reason this would be such a problem for me, is because I have an unhealthy relationship with food and I'm morbidly obese. But biggest pet peeve is somebody who just does not understand the etiquette of sharing food. That's disgusting behavior.
I've never experienced that, but that would definitely like piss me off. Like, I don't.
It makes me want to literally light somebody on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to me one time with one of my exes. He introduced me to one of his friends and I had ordered fries and I was the one paying for it, and they made a lot of fucking money. And I ordered fries on my own
You're like, little old
tab.
me ordering truffle fries.
Yeah,
Like, this
me
is
with
my
my
week
like
salary.
my literally I was making $75,000 a year and they both were raking in at least 3 mil a year, and I'm ordering these fries on my tab. And this is like literally where this whole idea stemmed from. And his fucking friend takes his grubby fucking fingers and just digs
Inhales.
in and takes the best fry bites of the entire bowl of fries.
And you like can't even like reach without him being like
like like we're like
diving
bumping
in. Yeah.
hands, and I'm
And you're
like,
like,
oh my
calm
god,
down,
like,
babe.
you feel like you've just been bit by like a rabid animal. And
Yeah.
you're like, relax,
Yeah.
relax. And anyway, I ended up telling my ex-boyfriend about that. I was like, when I met this friend of yours, I didn't fucking like him because of this reason. And my ex thought it was the funniest thing and ended up telling his friend. And it was like a joke between all of us. But I think that maybe we should start telling people when they're doing that so they can be aware of it and realize that they're being greedy fat cunts.
Noted. I love that.
But like, do you not agree that like
I totally agree. I'm like, me and my ex-husband would like always do that. Like, oh my God, you have to have this bite. Oh my God, you have to have this bite. Like, you'd be so excited to give them a bite.
the best?
Yeah.
The best. But the downside of that is when you binge yourselves into oblivion to the point where you like can't have sex.
Literally, you cannot have sex.
You're so
I
excited
like
about the food.
hate, like, I cannot, like, I don't like engaging in sexual activity if I'm full. Like, it's not
Yes.
working.
No,
Like,
it's
I
the
can't.
worst.
Like, I have ED if I have a
Yeah.
full stomach. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
working. I don't feel hot. I I want to like lay down and die.
You know what's almost even worse than engaging in sexual activity after eating too much is the anxiety of wondering if your partner is going to want to engage in sexual activity when you're too full, because you're like, I don't want to have to necessarily shut them down, but at the same time I'm like, if I have to take my shirt off in front of another person right now, I will light myself on fire.
Exactly. And like I could fart.
And I could fart.
Like we might fart.
You're like, you know what I've been, my life hack lately when I overeat?
You're like throwing up.
Bulimia, babe. Charcoal capsules,
Oh, I
because
used to
it
do
helps
that.
with digestion. It helps with gas relief. It helps remove toxins from your body. So like this whole time I was on vacation, literally after every single meal I was taking charcoal capsules, and it really
Doesn't that make your
helped.
poop like hard?
I have no idea. I haven't had a normal poop since
I
like
haven't
literally
had a normal poop
1992.
in God knows how long. Okay.
Yeah.
We are disgusting. No one wants to hear this.
No one wants to hear about our poop on our podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess on that note, we can shut it down, huh?
Perhaps.
So,
I think my Adderall wore off.
slay.
Need some more.
Absolutely. Let's all OD on Adderall. This week you're posting on social media with a horrifyingly honest caption.
But a really hot photo.
And even if it's not hot, we don't care.
But it's going to be hot because you don't care.
Because you're hot and you don't care.
Slay.
So here's to 2024 not caring. Sorry we're late to the party sharing.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about 2024.
We're not
Let's
talking
fucking
about
put
it
it to
next episode,
bed.
guys.
Fuck that. We've talked about 2024 for 10 episodes.
Yeah, so we're never gonna mention 2024 again.
I don't know who that is.
January's almost behind us. We're moving on with life, and what else are we doing? What are the girls doing this week?
Being chaotic, double texting, triple texting, getting ghosted.
Don't care. Post on social media. Be truthful and blatantly honest in how messy your life is. We love the mess, and that's what creates entertainment. And so if you want people
if you want to call this entertainment,
if you want people to want to be interested in your social media, be fucking messy.
Be a mess.
Being perfect is not in. Be messy, be chaotic, do whatever the fuck. I don't care. I'm done. I don't care. We love you guys. Happy
love you.
fucking Tuesday. Thanks for being with us for another week and sticking with it.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Follow us on social media, Hot and Bothered the Pod. Tell your mom to follow us. Tell your sister to follow us. Tell your grandma to follow us.
Go binge with your significant other.
And then don't have sex.
Please.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Bye. Mwah.